Oh my gosh. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. Here to do another reading for you guys. I wanted to also do a intro, an astrology little um breakdown for you guys so that you guys can know what's about to go down when it comes to the transit. So we're actually just coming into Aquarius moon, coming out of Capricorn moon. So Capricorn moon's all about standing on business. Like what can you build on? What are you building on? which can be which can eventually turn into what you're known for because you've built something. Now you're known for being the one who built that thing, which is why a Capricorn is related to your status. And it's also could be like what could eventually become your career later on down the line if you build something substantial that can actually stand the test of time or stand on business, which is why they say as well, yeah, like standing on business. So Capricorn moon is the time of standing on business. Now we're in. I'm pretty sure we're out of the cusp now, but we may be just still slightly in the cusp. But we were in the cusp during the morning, early in the AM. Not the morning, the rising. The early in the AM, we were in the cusp, and then when now we should be getting more into the Aquarius, which is more related to the air element, which is like your associations, what you associate with, whether it's person, place, or thing. So now's the time where people, like some people will call it like dollar to Parliament. Shout out to him. He calls it, I'm pretty sure, cutoff season or something like that, or bridge burning season. I'm pretty sure it's called. So whenever we're in Aquarius moon, that's the time where bridges are likely to be burned, or it's like just the energy is more catered to that specific thing because it's about your association. So you could be associating or disassociating with something. So that determines what kind of bridges you're building and what kind of bridges you're burning. So that's why it's like bridge burning season or something like that. Anyways, after we come out of Aquarius moon, which will be about 2.5 days, we're going to come into a Pisces full moon later on down the line. So this is really why I wanted to bring it up. It's because like it's quite a big placement, and Pisces is to do with dreams and illusions. So the world that we're in is going to be either a dream or a delusion. So whatever your seeds you're planting now, whatever you're planting now for you to be able to reap the benefits later down the line when we get to the full moon in Pisces 2 days later, that will determine what you experience. So right now it's about developing the associations or disassociating with certain things that will help to add to whatever you want to build for yourself. So if you're trying to obviously not have a nightmare, because that's how it can play out when you plant negative seeds, Pisces moon will play out like you living in a nightmare, and you'll really want to escape your reality at that point, because it's like Pisces is related to water, so that's internal and feminine energy. And then it's in the moon sign. So you'll be feeling internally like you're in a hell or like a nightmare type of situation, depending on how bad, um, how much bad seeds you've planted and so on and so forth. So, and then you can, like, there's so many different aspects you can be on within that scale in itself, because always look at everything from an equilibrium perspective so that you don't get lost into thinking that you're on one side or the other, because you may be somewhere in the middle, and if you're not able to look at it from an equilibrium perspective, you'll be missing the fact that you're actually, you may be tilted, or let's say you're planting bad seeds, right? But if you're not able to see as well in the areas in which you're planting good seeds, then you'll not be able to help to grow and cultivate those good seeds that you already have, so they can make those into something bigger and greater than what they already are. So yeah, when it comes to right now, associating and disassociating with the things that will benefit you to achieve whatever goal you want. You may want to achieve like your dream job, for example. That's just a random ass example. Like you may want your dream job, right? So taking the steps, associating with the people, the places, and the things during Aquarius moon, so that you can plant good seeds so that when it comes to Pisces moon time, the dream is no longer a dream. Now it's a reality for you to be able to actually live and exist within whatever dream reality you've created for yourself. So if you want to be a freaking content creator and you want to make content online, then, taking the steps to make more content, push your content, put it out there, maybe make yourself a website or whatever the heck you feel like is the right steps for you to help you grow your content and build your business or your repertoire or whatever you want to build. So doing those kind of things will help you to gain more of a sense of fulfillment once it comes around to Pisces full moon, because it's the full moon. So keep in mind, it's going to be experiencing Pisces in the fullness. So, if ever there was a time, which there would be obviously, but if there was a time in the past where Pisces moon wasn't full, you'll still be experiencing that energy of Pisces moon, a dream or a delusion coming into reality. But because it's full now, it's like enhanced. It's at its fullest extent. It's at the fullness of that energy. Sorry, I'm just moving this closer because my phone's in the sun and I do not want what's it called? I don't want the freaking phone to overheat. So when it comes to those alignments and pies leading up to the Pisces moon, this is how you can help to cultivate whatever good seeds you've already planted, or help yourself to build and grow more better seeds for yourself later on down the line. So just sticking true to what your vision is. What is your goal? What is your purpose? What do you want to see? What do you want to be? What character do you want to play? What role or character do you want to express? Because at the end of the day, we're all like shapeshifters. So, what's the best way that you can shapeshift in order to fit your goals and your intentions of what you want to see? Like, what's your purpose? What fulfills you? And then go, start going, taking steps towards that. And sometimes, you may have doubts as well. Like, I've had doubts in my past as well about what I want to do, what's my purpose, and where do I see myself. But sometimes it's also just about trying, depending on the individual and a whole bunch of other factors. But really, sometimes it's just about going through the experience rather than sitting there and thinking about all the different ways that you could do the experience. It's just about doing said experience, because you can go through all the different thoughts and concepts in your mind about how to go about something, but until you actually take the steps to do it, you don't actually know how that thing's going to play out. So no point in living in fantasy land with that Pisces energy, living in a delusion of what could be. What can you do now? So even if that may look like you doing something that may not fit what you want to be, or may not fit how you see yourself, or so on and so forth. It's just about, taking the steps to do something, and then you'll be able to figure yourself out along the way, figure your likes and your dislikes, figure what you allow and what you don't want to allow in your reality. And sometimes that takes quite a few times and a few cycles, but everyone's on their own journey, everyone's in their own path. So sorry about that, I just clicked out. Everyone's on their own journey and everyone's on their own path. So as an individual, it's not your duty to think about where someone else is or how fast someone else got somewhere. It's really just your duty to focus on where are you going and how can you get there, because it's as soon as you start focusing on someone else's lane and someone else's area of expertise, then you're taking yourself out of your own space where you're cultivating, when you're in a certain space mentally, you're able to cultivate and build certain ideas and certain thoughts about, certain things. So if you take yourself out of that space and you start to develop negative ideas, negative concepts, stuff that's not resonating with what you were in before, then that's a sign that you're in the wrong space. You're not in the right space for your spirit. So you need to take yourself back to the space that you were at before, where you were cultivating positive thoughts and feelings that were actually benefiting you and helping you to grow. And this is all mentally. It's not about like going physically to a different place. which sometimes it can be, though. I won't disregard that as well, because sometimes it can be about going to a different place, doing a different thing, moving to a different area or space physically. But it's about doing that mentally first, and then whatever place that you go to afterwards, that'll play out as the physical representation of what we already did in your mind, rather than if you don't separate first, you don't do the mental separation first, and then you go try to separate physically, it may not play out the way that you had intended it to. So that's just a little pointer there for you guys. But yeah, any messages? I want to get straight into the reading because we've already done 10 minutes of talking about astrology, which is really is not even that long, to be honest. I could still keep going. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the gist of the alignments right now, how we're building up to Pisces moon and all that kind of jazz. So once we do get into Pisces moon, you'll be able to see the full fruition of what you've been creating for yourself. And right now as well, we've just come out of another introspective energy in itself, because we're still in Virgo season as well. And that's a very, very introspective kind of energy where you're able to look at the kind of things that you've built and structures that you've maintained for yourself and how you can adjust and fix things. Because that's why Virgo is considered like a perfectionist sign, because it's like about the fine details. It's about fine tuning what you've already created for yourself. We've just come out of Leo, right? So that's the vision that you're putting into reality. So once you've put that vision into reality, once you've gone through that experience of what you think that vision, what you think you want that vision to look like, then Virgo comes around to show you, okay, well, yes, we've got this vision, cool. Now let's see what are the fine details. How can we adjust this to make it look the best before we present it to the outside, or before we start, not present it because that's more Leo energy, but because the next cycle as well is Libra. So it's like Virgo's like, how can you adjust and how can you correlate this vision in the best sufficient way for me to be able to relate or create some kind of relationship with this, or relate it to the outside world in some kind of way, or create something out of this that is able to relate, So these are the kind of things that having the sun in Virgo shows us, and then moving into moving into Libra as well. These are all the kind of ideas and concepts that will be going through everybody's head during this time, because everyone's, it's as above, so below, where we are made out of these things. We are the stars, basically. That's why it's not about like the stars is actually controlling you or something. This is why you have your own chart, because you are literally a star, like you're a walking star. So the reason why it affects you is because it is you. It's a part of your energy or your creation that you've willed into this reality, and it comes in through your character. And this is why we can relate certain characters to certain areas of the sky and so on and so forth. But that's another video. I don't want to get too deep into that. But as well, I also want to just be a little bit more chill in this live too. So if you catch me going on tangents, you know why, because I'm more in one of those moods where I kind of want to freely talk rather than to just restrict myself by certain concepts and stuff like that. So yeah, when it comes to, what was I just saying? Yeah, that's how you can look at Leo, Virgo, and Libra. It's like that vision that you're about to will into reality, which is Leo. And then once we go into the Virgo sun, it's like analyzing how does that vision play out in reality? What does it look like? And how can you readjust that vision to make it look more better for you to actually be able to build, a good platform for yourself and whatever vision you want to see. So then once you've already analyzed that vision, which is what everyone's in now, we're all in that Virgo energy, analyzing the fine-tuning the little details of whatever is in your life, and whatever routines and rituals that you don't want to have in your life. What kind of, and this can play out in so many different ways. Like it could be a routine that you want to not be in, or it could be a certain situation that you may not want to be in. So these are all the kind of concepts and thoughts that may be coming in your head during Virgo season, because it's all about that kind of introspective, like looking within and seeing what parts of my life do I want to change and what parts of my life can I still keep and maintain, and that are actually benefiting me for the long run. So really good energy. I love Virgo energy, and brings a lot of good lessons, because then you're able to see what seeds have you planted from the past. It's like kind of like a middle ground where you're able to look at like what you've planted from the past. And that's why also Virgo relates to the hermit in tarot and stuff like that. So it's like about going within, and analyzing what have you created from the inside out. And then once you do that, then you're able to come out of the hermit, come out of your shell, and it's a hermit, so it's got a shell, it's safe, it's secure, it's protected, because it's taken the time to go within its shell and to make sure that everything is okay within the shell. And this is just yeah, that's just a example of how to explain Virgo in one way of explaining the energy, and that's why they explain it in that way in tarot too. So then we move on to Libra, which is the next season we'll be coming into, and boom, you'll be relating to different things in relation to whatever you've just analyzed and correlated and fixed and perfected for yourself with that little Virgo perfectionist kind of energy. So and this is how as well, like, it's really good to see everything from an equilibrium perspective too. This just came to my mind. It's like some people may hear that and think, oh, Virgo perfectionist or analyzing or all about the fine details, and then they'll hear as well how Virgo's like kind of an overthinking sign, and then they'll start to think, oh, it's Virgo season, so this must mean that a whole bunch of negative things are going to happen. But it's just about using that energy for something that benefits you more, rather than looking at the negatives, because you still might struggle with overthinking, you still might struggle with certain certain routines and patterns. You may not feel like you can uphold certain routines and rituals that you have for yourself on a day-to-day basis. Like, you may not be able to make your bed every day because you have to get up to go to work at a certain time, and you're only able to get a certain amount of sleep and X, Y, and Z, So this is how sometimes you have to jump into that mutable energy, with Virgo being mutable earth, jump into that mutable energy and do things, a little bit more mutable, be a little bit more changeable, and not so fixated in your ways. And then you'll be able to, this is how Virgo teaches you to adjust and learn and analyze, okay, what structures and what behaviors are actually benefiting me, what routines, because that's really what a behavior is, or a ritual. It's like what structures and what behaviors are benefiting me in my reality, and how can I actually perfect these, perfectionist Virgo kind of vibe. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to everyone. I mean, honestly, I'm a big straight. Like, I'm actually really proud of myself, because like normally I don't feel myself being as smooth and as eloquent with the way that I express uh the astrology side of things, because I'm still, I'm gonna be real, like, I'm still learning. I'm not the most expert astrologer in the world, so I'm quite proud of myself at how I explained that just then. So bit of a pat on the back situation. Do you want a gold medal, mate? Do you want a gold medal? I think so. So I think it's time to get into the reading, because it's 19 minutes in, love. So what is our reading for our collective? I low-key want to do a pick a card today. So normally I don't do pick a cards. Normally I just do a collective. But let's do a pick a card today. So I think this is a better idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my, so if whoever's watching this video back, right, I'm gonna have my hand up. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I think it's a good idea. So instead of me going back and doing the timestamps, I'm gonna put my hand up, And then whichever, so I'll do like however many things I do. I'll probably do 3 pick a cards. So I'll put my hand up whenever I start a new reading. So if you just scroll through the video, you'll be able to see whichever part I put my hand up, that's when the next reading starts. Okay, so sweet as, let's go. Now, pick a number between 1 and 3, and that'll be your reading on what messages you get from this video. And also, if you resonate to more than one, that's perfectly fine as well. Just go with your intuition, whatever your intuition tells you. So, number 1, we'll get straight into. Number 1, I mean, I don't really need to pull my hand up, but let's go. Because it's number 1. But yeah, messages or guidance for group number 1. So what are you guys, let's see, what kind of energies are you guys associating or disassociating with during this time? Number 1. Hey, love. She jumped out. She jumpity-umpity. No. The card went under. Something tells me this is the one. 5 of Cups. Okay, 5 of Cups. That's like low-key like a transforming kind of energy as well. Like, it's kind of like reminds me of, what's it called? The Tower, because there's the other deck that I have and it has like the 5 of Cups. Talks about like this lightning in the background, which is like tower. So it's like almost like a destruction, but it's like, I think it's loss, regret, and all that kind of stuff. So you guys associating with some kind of loss or regret energy right now, or emotional kind of energy, focusing on like a loss or what you don't have. Basically, that's the kind of energy that 5 of Cups gives me. So then the Queen of Cups. So you could be feeling like you lost some kind of emotion or lost some kind of space that you were in, like emotional space that you were in, that you were upholding, or that you felt like was like kind of like a queen, like a really good emotional space. So you're like, oh, like, why did I get out of this emotional space? Or how did I find myself in this emotional space right now during this time? And it's kind of like that regret kind of energy you're feeling, like, why, questioning things. And then the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, how you can help this energy, how you can help yourself to get into more alignment so you can jump out of this energy and associate with a more better energy. Transform your way of thinking. 8 of Swords. Transform your way of thinking so that you're not feeling so overburdened by your thoughts and stuff like that. Because 8 of Swords is in reverse too, so you need to turn that thing upside right back the way it was before. So transform your thought pattern, the way you're thinking about things, or even the way you're communicating as well. What kind of ideas are you allowing into your mind for you to be able to have this emotional space? And some people may think, oh, well, how am I supposed to transform my way of thinking? Well, one way that I could give an example just based on the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Cups is like, if you're already in that space of regret and feeling like you've lost a certain emotional space that you were already in, maybe you are upholding or expecting yourself to be in a certain emotional space, and maybe that expectation in itself is what's allowing yourself to fall back down and feel that sense of regret, because you're allowing yourself to expect something to be always there or always upheld. And as we know, emotions come and go, like the wind or like the water, like the moon, like the tides. This is why the moon and the tides are connected. So emotions come and go at the end of the day. So, if you're expecting an emotion to stay, that's also like setting yourself up for a little bit of like a letdown there. So it's just about knowing, okay, emotions come and go, waters come and go, experiences come and go. The main thing that's really constant in reality is change. So you can always expect some form of change. And if you do have any form of expectation, one of the better expectations for you to have is to know that everything's going to change at one point or another. So if you're always expecting change, because we always see change in our reality, that's another way you can kind of like allow yourself to still have an expectation, but you're still expecting something to constantly change and evolve. So it's really like low key, it's in a way not having an expectation at all. So if you put your expectation on something that you know will change, that you know is bound to transform one day, then you'll allow yourself to be set up for failure when it comes to those kind of things anyway in the future. So just don't expect change. Don't expect something to always stay the same. Basically, that kind of energy is what I'm getting from that card. So let's give any more messages for how you guys can be in more alignment during this time. Okay, we've got the Star. So some kind of Aquarius energy, you need to associate or disassociate with some kind of person, place, or thing in your reality. So that's one way that you can be in more alignment. You need to utilize some more Aquarius, jump into your Aquarius kind of energy, or be more air-like in general. So travel somewhere, communicate, express yourself, use your throat chakra, be logical, be strategic about something. And then we have Five of Swords. Five of Swords is, hold on. Well, five is about Leo. It's like what you're entertaining or what you're entertained by. So paying attention to something, bringing light to something. So bring light to a certain idea or a certain concept that helps you to be lighter or see the things from a lighter situation, or associating with a certain concept or idea that helps to entertain you more or bring more entertainment into your reality, or helps to fulfill you and bring more fun and enjoyment into certain things. And then the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So Two of Pentacles in reverse is what's it called? It could be as well some kind of physical situation, some kind of physical Two of Pentacles situation that you're associating with or relating to, that could be bringing you down and weighing you down and causing things to go a lot slower than usual. So if you have like a certain situation in your mind that you may feel like is holding you back, or that you're like, oh, I don't know, this situation may be like a hindrance to me, but you're still kind of like unsure about it and you're not ready to like cut off that thing, then now could be a confirmation of you to separate from that certain situation. And that could be a people, place, or person, place, or thing. It doesn't have to be a person, just something that may be holding you back in some way, shape, or form. So, any messages? Okay, let's put my hand up. We've got the second reading here. If you guys want to skip to that, hope you guys enjoyed your reading, group number one. Any messages or guidance for group number two? Lovelaser. So group number two loves. Sorry, I'm just flipping some of the cards the other way around, because there's too many of them upside down and I want to like have more of a balance, have more of an equilibrium. So group number two, any messages or guidance? What kind of energy are you guys in right now? What kind of energy? Okay, we got the Knight of Swords. Oh, King of Swords. So you guys are in some kind of real strategic, kind of like logical, left brain kind of energy right now. You also like could be really, really separate from something, like really like seeing something from the outside in, seeing it from a logical left brain kind of perspective. And then Two of Wands like a quick kind of energy. So you're really, really logical, and you're quite quick and decisive. So you know what you want. You've got that sword and that fire. So you're able to burn through shit in your reality, bullshit, see things for what they really are, see things for the truth and stuff like that. So real powerful energy you guys are in. Messages or guidance for how you guys can be in more alignment during this time. Four of Swords. So see something from the outside perspective. Utilize your fourth dimensional energy to look at the space that you're in. What are you relating to? What kind of environment are you in? And reflect on that. And how is it benefiting you? Or how can you adjust that so that it's more in benefit towards you? And what can you separate from as well in order for you to be able to have a better environment, a better space for yourself? So those are the kind of energies that you can utilize right now. Be strategic about what kind of environment you're in. Who are you surrounding yourself? Who do you communicate with on a day-to-day basis? You know, what kind of ideas do you relate to and stuff like that? So those are the kind of energies that you can utilize to be in a more alignment, group number 2. So I'm going to pull any more cards for you guys during this time to be in more alignment. And we got the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is Six of Cups. Anyways, I'm gonna be real. I don't really know the full gist of the meaning of this card. So Six of Cups. I'm just going to go by the numerology and then the element and stuff like that. So with the Six of Cups, 6 is about a routine or a pattern. It's like Virgo 6th house kind of energy. So what's it called? It's also about like what's it called? The body and stuff like that. So and then Cups. So Cups is to do about emotion, relatability, connection kind of energy. So what kind of routines and patterns are you relating to, or what kind of emotional routines or patterns are you in? Are those kind of emotional patterns benefiting you? You know, so how it's like put yourself into an emotional space that you want to be in is what I'm getting from this card. Put yourself into an emotional space of whatever you want to manifest for yourself, and then you'll be able to carry out the actions, you know, the spells and the rituals for you to be able to actually manifest that into your reality. So it's all about the mental to the physical bending in. So when you are able to put yourself into that emotional space, that Six of Cups, that routine or pattern on the internal emotional level, then you're able to see that routine or pattern start to manifest and flesh itself out into your reality. And then you'll be able to manifest that a lot quicker. So and then the King of Cups. So yeah, being a master of your emotions, being able to manipulate your emotions and like have that power over your emotions so you can manifest and bring into fruition what you want to bring into your reality. So, you know, feel good. You want to feel good. You want to be a singer, you know, like feel like you're a singer. What is a singer? What does it look like for you to be a singer? What does it look like for you to be an artist? What does it look like for you to be a tarot reader? And start to actually act out and put yourself into the space of what it is to be a tarot reader, you know, connecting to the things that what it means to be a tarot reader, you know. And what does a tarot reader look like to you? Tarot reader may look like, you know, you pulling yourself a spread so that you know, doing readings on yourself. Maybe you don't do readings on yourself and you see someone who does tarot readings, they may do readings on themselves. So that may be something that you start to, you know, enact. So it's about putting yourself in that internal space. And you can use external things, but you don't need to use external things to put yourself into an external space, you know. But if you feel like that's what's something that you want to do, you can use external things. So you can start to act and do certain actions and stuff like that for you to be able to manifest and bring that into reality. But it just depends on the individual. So hope you guys enjoyed your guys' reading number 2. And I hope you guys got some guidance out of it. Let's chat. Let's move straight on to group number 3. Number 3. So messages or guidance for group number 3. You guys jumped straight out before I could even answer the question. So you guys are really in a fast energy, and the 2 of Wands, yeah, you guys are in a fast kind of energy. You guys are traveling or jumping into a new space, whether mentally or physically, or you're just really passionately, quickly going for something. So you're relating to some kind of really quick, fiery kind of energy right now. So you guys are in a quick kind of space that could be that could be negative or positive. So be mindful of that too. You know, just because like you're in a quick kind of energy does not mean that is the right thing to do, love. But let's move straight into the next card. What can you guys do to be in more alignment? What can you guys do to be in more alignment during this time? What can you guys do to be more? Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just be singing and I don't care if I sound good or not. 2 of Cups relate to some kind of emotion or relate to some kind of circumstance or situation, develop a new kind of relationship or connection with someone, or relate to something in more harmony, more harmonious. So do something that's more harmonious for your internal space, or relate to something that's more harmonious to your internal space. So this could be like something that you love to do, something that just brings harmony and peace to you, so on and so forth. You get the idea, love. I don't think I need to go too deep into it, but yeah. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a kind of blunt energy, but that makes sense actually because we're in Aquarius moon, and Aquarius is kind of detached kind of energy. So actually, that makes a lot of sense. See, this is cool. I like this. I like this because I'm learning about astrology. You guys are learning about astrology by hearing me talk about me learning about astrology. Fucking win-win. So, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is another energy that you guys can use. So, being a nine is like learning kind of energy, right? And I'm pretty sure Nine of Cups in normal tarot is like some kind of like, it's like a fulfilling kind of energy or like a satisfied kind of energy. But anyways, learning from your emotions basically, because nine is like all about higher learning and it's also about travel. So traveling to a new space. You like learning from your emotions and allowing and then utilizing whatever lessons you've learned for you to travel to a better emotional space for yourself. That'll help you to feel more fulfilled, feel more happy, feel more ooh yes. Anyways, Nine of Cups, honey. So the Nine of Cups is allowing you to travel to a new emotional space. That's what you should do. Sorry, my bad. That's what you should be doing in order to be in more alignment. Travel to a better emotional space for yourself. Travel to, or just be ready to travel to different emotional spaces. You know, be in that energy of being able to travel to a different emotional space. Or learning from the emotional spaces that you're constantly traveling to. So, what have you just come out of? What kind of emotions have you just come out of? How can you use this as a lesson for yourself to help yourself to benefit yourself and grow and go to the next level, love? Okay, like this is kind of energy that you should be in or utilize. And then the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is some kind of routine or pattern of like passion. So because it's Virgo energy, six, routine or pattern, putting work into something, or like just putting a routine and a pattern into something, utilize your body to enact out something in the physical reality. And because it's wands, it's all about creativity, expression, fire, vision, boo, boo, boo. So, how are you putting in routines and patterns to go towards something that you creatively want to go for, or something that you want to express, or a vision or imagination that you want to see in your reality? Do these kind of things and that'll help you to be in more alignment. So Six of Wands, striving for a creative goal, passion, vision, idea, or a way of expressing yourself and being consistent with that, being mutable and adaptable. What are the things that you can be mutable and adaptable to help to bring that vision out into reality, to help to express that into reality? These are the kind of things that Six of Wands wants you to do. So if you have a creative passion or a goal, honey, start taking the steps to implement that. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. Start implementing that into your reality. Start fleshing that out into your reality. You may be like constantly thinking about it, but you may have the constant imagination to think about it, right? But where's the action, love? What's the pentacles? How are you putting that into action, into your physical reality for you to be able to see the fruits of your labor, love? So that's how you can um be in more alignment during this time. Group number 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed your guys' reading. We can really love that. That was really, really quick, really, really cool. You guys have a really, really quick, fast, decisive kind of energy. Stay in that kind of energy. If anything takes you out of that space where you feel indecisive and stuff, that's a moment of where you're getting attacked and you shouldn't be listening to those kind of concepts and thoughts that you're experiencing during those times. Take yourself back to the space that we were in, and then you'll be able to make more better choices for yourself mentally and then physically. The tongue love. I hate tongues like that. I really hate that. But like as a joke, as an ironic thing, sometimes I do it. Well, I don't know if that's counted as irony, but yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys really got some knowledge from this. You know, like some astrology, some tarology, some numerology. Enjoy the reading, enjoy the video. Yes, honey. We're ready to go. And probably yeah. Anyways, I I enjoyed this freaking video. I freaking feel so great after doing that video. I feel so fulfilled, so happy. And I hope you guys have a beautiful time, day, moment, wherever you are, love. See you soon. Mystar out.